Alright, there we are. Hey guys, welcome in. Another episode of Kobold Kingmaker. I think we're on 21 this time. Only small announcement is I released a bit of a small update to my Patreon pack for a lot of the kingdom management stuff, like buildings and stuff, catching up on that. So, check it out. That being said though, who wants to recap this week for Yoshi Hero Point?
I can give it a try. I'm a bit spottier than Kiba probably is, so let's make this a group effort.
Sure.
Okay. Alright, so last time we left off, we were just done with clearing up the owlbear caves of its owlbear inhabitants, including uh, that was the session before previous session and that left us with an owlbear cub to take care of that Kiba gleefully took custody of. But we were still on our way out of the cave, and to that end, we left through a tunnel that walked. Well, actually, no, not that first, but rather, uh, there was a tunnel we tried to explore that was full of webs, and a preemptive fireball set off by parents did a good number on the spires left in there. Made a nice snack for the owlbear cub. But going another direction, we still ended up running into more spiders, and including some ether caps, these spire-like aberrations that we had to defeat our way through. But with that, we found light and a way out of the cave at last. And we're able to return back to the world map with one problem taken care of. From there, though, our two kobold spies, Kneecap and Kneecap's friend, we met them while crossing a river, and they informed us that we were invited to the Hunter's Lodge for something. The letter apparently didn't specify, but we did have apparently a time before uh, specified for it, because when we arrived there eventually, that was after a uncomfortable conversation with a remnant of the Troll King's kingdom, where we sent them off to Patax instead of dealing with the problem on our lands. We did end up at the Hunter's Lodge to find out that we were invited to a hunting competition. Surprise, surprise! Consist with its participants consisting of us, a Pataxian envoy, and an envoy from uh, what's the I know Aldori is the
Varnhold.
adjective. Varnold. Gotcha. Uh, so after making good friends with the Pataxians, for Gaz at least, and a duel with some Aldori duelists that Kiba and Giraffe participated in. The next day, we were off to the hunting grounds, where we decided to begin with tracking down the wyvern that was meant to be menacing the place, and was one of the main targets for the hunt. We did eventually locate its what seems to be its nest, a cleft full of blood and odd flowers and such, where we investigated for a brief moment before the wyvern returned, and Parent was able to deduce that it was stupider than most wyverns, uh, perhaps unnaturally so, with odd mutations along its body. But regardless, we still managed to kill it in the end, and I believe that's where we left off. I probably left out a lot of detail. I tried to fit in as many of it as I could, but uh, that's how I would do the recap.
Yeah, absolutely. You pretty much covered everything that happened.
Nice.
With that being said,
I'll donate that hero point immediately to draft.
okay. With that being said, after this battle with that strange wyvern and its nest that's even stranger, the bodies of people not eaten but just mutilated, this strange corpse in the back of a bear seemed to have been split in two, and left behind some strange flowers, and finally that wyvern itself mutated a little bit more to have more spines along its back, and also a bit more primal in its speech, less intelligent than even a wyvern, which aren't the most intelligent dragons. So, with that all being said, you've acquired at least the first head of your hunt, and avenged the death of those family that's tried to settle this region. So what do you guys do from here?
I think that
Probably head out and look for more of those beasties. Let's see if this is like a corruption that's just localized and is affecting the wildlife, or is something more nefarious is going on here.
you guys aren't looking too hot right now. Maybe you should, patch up before we go tangle with another beast.
That's valuable time we'll lose though.
Well, with the time limit in mind, I suppose now would be a good time to start breaking these out. Yarmos offers a lesser elixir of life to Kiba.
Oh, well, thank you.
Jeff, weren't you uninjured just a second ago?
Oh my goodness, I didn't have push to talk on. We went to the map, so I thought we were traveling.
Oh, no.
So I fixed it. Thankfully, I remembered the number I was at.
Ooh, that's what's happening. There we go. Now that sounds correct. Shouldn't hear the dice roll thing. Because it was running on the other... one of my, settings here for... I think the game chat was throwing audio instead of the actual game. Alright, that's fixed. Yeah, Giraffe, I think you didn't take a lot of damage there.
No, I only got down to 60. Oh. You don't want me to say the numbers, right?
No, you can say them. It's fine.
61.
Which is essentially maximum for Parenth, so... Yeah.
Only took 39 damage.
I may be squishier than the wizard, I'm realizing.
It's certainly a possibility.
I think it's the absolute.
Yeah, I thought wizards were supposed to be the squishiest of classes. Like, you could just have a dragon grab them. It's like a stress ball.
Do not bully Perrin.
A very short-lived stress ball.
Are you guys gonna do any more than that?
I'm done poking this Byron.
At the very least, a 10-minute rest is mandatory.
Yeah.
Well, I can patch up someone alongside that if anyone needs it.
I'd appreciate it.
And if anyone needs a bigger pick-me-up, I still have 3 more of those.
I don't need that much.
Just be careful and try to recall what our ultimate goal is. Yes, it would be very, very nice if we win this. But what's the point in winning if we're dead?
Oh, we still win.
I have some more potions here in the bag of holding if you need them as well.
Yeah, don't be shy. Drink them up. That's what you need to do to make yourself healthy.
Well, I suppose I'm willing to do that. As long as I can get my 10 minutes to recover.
Yeah, I've marked down 10 minutes as having passed, so if anybody else has 10 minute stuff, they can do it.
Draft, make sure you heal that healing that Gas gave you.
I did not. Oh, so that's what it was. It was 20. Yeah.
Stupid question, but
Sweet.
do healer's gloves apply to assurance rolls?
No, I think the only bonus that applies is your proficiency.
Noted.
Oh, it's exactly enough to get to full.
You're almost
So
feeling
good.
better.
Wow.
Nothing wasted.
Feeling a bit better.
I've got plenty of spells left for whatever else we might deal with. You guys took care of this thing pretty quick.
You certainly bullied it by repeatedly grounding it.
You happen to have any more of those long distance grabby trippy things?
No. But I'm sure the other things don't fly, right?
Well, you didn't hear that the other two of note were flyers, but they did warn you there could be other creatures out here that they didn't track.
Well, let's hope future enemies are more grounded.
Since hey, Perv, answer me this. Wyverns are territorial, right?
Probably, yeah.
Hmm.
So there's a good chance we might find traces of the other things we're gonna be hunting.
What do you mean?
Well, if the wyvern regularly tussles with those things because they're in this area, then by that logic, we should be finding traces of those things on the wyvern in some capacity.
You mean in its stomach, or?
Well, on the mouth or in its cavern.
For the purpose of it, looking them over, Parent, you're an expert on dragons, or at least trained on dragons. You don't see any sign of, like, big wounds on this creature as if it fought something of equal stature.
There's nothing. And these corpses around are strange as well. You would think it would eat them, but they are not.
Well, they did say these creatures were seemingly hunting for sport.
Well, this thing was able to talk. Do you know if wyverns are able to, preserve food, leave them out to dry, soul curing, any of that?
And he's pretty sure that they don't. Not like this, no.
I think you're thinking far too sophisticated. It's not like me. But if everybody's recovered, we should probably get moving.
As close as enough as I can get, I suppose. I could do better, but not if we're in this much of a rush.
Alright, so, as you guys exit the Den of the Wyvern, you're back out in the forest, but you have a small map drawn of this region, and this region itself being only like a couple 100 feet across, it could be easy enough to exit the forests here. And go where then, though? You remember that the Aldori sisters went here in search of some creature, and you remember that Anime and Bellavara went over to this plateau to take a rest, more of a vacation for her, and you remember that the Embeth travelers, their group, went up along the river to the north, somewhere there.
Well, maybe we can go back to this clearing to the east and then head north and follow the stream, I think it is.
Yeah, that's a smaller
Absolutely.
stream.
We probably shouldn't go, like, intervene with anybody else. I mean, that would kind of be dishonest, wouldn't it?
It would be, however, nothing says that we can't help them if they're in need.
Are you suggesting we follow somebody else around, or...?
No, I'm saying that if we see somebody in trouble as we're out and about, we shouldn't hesitate to lend a hand.
What's
They
our
gotta
plan
stop
of
ahead for us and half for them.
Or we just take the head.
what's our plan of attack for trying to track down the remaining beasties anyhow?
Let's just follow the water. Let's just go north. I'm sure there's something up there. Nobody else went that way as it is, so...
Can I make a survival check to see if I would know how to find a lead on another creature?
Sure, yeah. Well,
Okay.
you would, being trained in survival, you would know how to find it, but
Okay.
we'll say it's for the actual activity. You're trying to find some creature.
I'm trying to find some creature.
Though, looking through this region, at least ahead of you, at least where you are, you don't find any tracks of any creatures. May just have to walk around and see what you find.
Not seeing anything around here. Nothing other than what's from the wyvern. So let's move on.
I'm fine with that.
So as you guys get up here, up to a stream that's about maybe 20-30 feet across, not a big one, but not a small one either, you find there is a grassy clearing, sort of a hill-like clearing that goes up from the north and down towards the stream here. And in that clearing, you do spot a couple 100 feet away a couple of very nervous-looking elk. And you guys can tell that because, well, you have people trained in nature and survival. Those elk don't look like they're having a good time out here.
Let's go investigate.
Sure, it's a lead at least of some sort.
Okay.
Wouldn't that cause them to just run away? We could use these elk as bait for our purposes.
No, just let them run away.
Well, as you guys approach, the strange thing is, they almost seem too afraid to run. Or at least, your stature isn't what they're afraid of. They're afraid of perhaps something else.
Does anyone happen to speak elk?
It's not one of my most practiced skills, no.
No dice here.
You realize as well, upon closer inspection, these aren't just elks, these are megaloceros. These sort of primeval, massive, what are those, moose sort of creatures? Massive racks of antlers on them. And surprisingly, yeah, even a majestic and great creature like this, many of them, all of them really, are jittery, sort of have this, like, forlorn look in their eyes, if you could tell that from an elk or a megaloceros, but
Trust me, you could.
yeah. These guys aren't looking like they're having a good time, but what do you guys do as you approach?
Do you think these would count as part of the contest?
I know, they seem to be so weak, they can't even... They shake just trying to hold up their antlers.
We're
Elk
only
are no
supposed to
threat
kill
to
evil
anybody.
things.
I'm not sure if they would.
Try to figure out what they were running from, what they're hiding from. I'm sure they can tell us a lot, even if we can't speak with them.
Wait, so are primeval animals just like these just sort of out there in Golarion? Is
Yep.
that normal?
There's like mammoths and other things
We
like that.
saw a
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
Man, if we could fight the plesiosaurus now, we'd still die.
You guys are also in the north of Galarian, and you do get a lot of creatures like megaloceros, mammoths, stuff like that across the north here in
Oh,
Galarian.
joy.
Gotcha. It's the first time the word primeval came up, so I thought that was like indication that they're actually from another time instead of just
Oh no,
as a
it's
descriptor.
me describing for our senses, but for Galarians,
Gotcha.
it's normal. You have dinosaurs in the Mwangi Expanse, you have megaloceros and mammoths in the north. It's, yeah.
Well, maybe we should just keep going north and see what might have spooked them so much.
Maybe you should figure out where they even came from before we try to go in any direction.
Giraffe, this is your department.
Because they're... Look, I hunt beasts, not... Talking to the animals was never my part.
We just need to
Can
figure
just-
out where the tracks are coming from.
I'm not asking you to have a null to deer conversation, okay?
You want me to talk to them?
No.
If you can, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No, I can't.
They're looking for tracks, Giraffe.
Yeah. They're just giving me conflicting. I am gonna look for their tracks to see where they came from.
Survival check.
Maybe that's what they're running from. It's in that direction.
So, at the very least, you can tell that this is their usual grazing ground, and that they're on the west side of it and sort of huddled away from the east side that is more towards the bigger river here. So perhaps they're afraid of something in the eastern plains here. So something perhaps in the forest or beyond it. But as you guys have a look as well, you do note that there is perhaps a ravine from this stream's passage in the north there that could be of interest as well.
You know, if there's something over there, those hunters are probably over there already. Maybe we should just follow this river. Probably a good hiding spot or a den for something.
Potentially.
I would make sure that whatever we're tracking is has already been slain before moving elsewhere, though.
Yeah, but time is of the essence.
Yes.
Time is of the essence, but giving up a potential lead.
Do we hear any sounds of fighting or anything?
You roll me a perception check. You don't, Parent.
I still think we should go up the creek here.
Time is of the essence, but only relative to the other contestants. We could most likely, if there's anything to the east of us, then it's more time sensitive to get to it first compared to anything to the northwest.
Vote 1 for going west. Vote 2 for going east. Easy enough. Put it in chat here.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
No, that's fine. It says the names on the. Let me say.
Yeah, it's fine. I think everyone wants to go east.
Oh,
Parent is outvoted. Though you are the ruler. I think, right? You're the ruler position.
guys.
Gaz
Or is it Gaz? Oh, okay. I thought you had Parent
well,
there.
Parent isn't allowed to be in charge because then the dragon would like be running a kingdom, and that doesn't go very
Here.
well.
Imagine all the political issues from a dragon ruling an area.
Hey, I wasn't allowed either.
Every time I hear vote 1 or vote 2, I always think that's the number of votes for each thing so far, but
Same.
Should I have you guys like vote X or Y? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, that might actually help.
But as you guys do get through this small sort of like 200-foot wide tree area here, you find yourselves reaching out to a graveled beach along the bigger river here. And yeah, if you're still trying to search for some creature that may make this its den, roll me a survival.
Already?
Just Giraffe, or can anybody else do it too?
Anybody else can, because that'd be essentially your exploration activity. You wouldn't be casting a spell, you wouldn't be searching in terms of perception for like danger around you. You would be trekking.
I'll provide an 8 check.
Sure.
I do not have survival, so I will not even try.
I will also try to aid.
Aid can be a public. His DC's always 20.
Oh, right.
Oops.
I think I'll mainly stick to perception for now.
Okay. So, as Giraffe is exploring, now he's in his element. Now, this gravel, very easy to see passing footsteps here. And you do see
Sand.
3 pairs of human footsteps in what seems to be boots. And you also see another pair, a little bit harder to see, but you see it, of what are lizard-like footsteps, quadrupedal.
Can I tell if who was chasing whom, if any?
Neither was chasing neither. These were at different times, it looks to you. But they were all going north.
My guess is that people are tracking a lizard. Perhaps one of the other hunting parties.
You should check it out. We're over here already.
We should. There's always a chance that they failed.
Okay. You guys head up in this direction. And I'll move you over to a new scene. And as you're going up the gravel beach here, you find yourselves at what seems to be a pretty obvious den. Around a little bit of the rocks here, you can see blood sort of trailing through some of them towards it. How do you guys proceed?
With a little bit of haste, but not too much.
Okay.
Not
Sounds good
enough
to
to
me.
require casting the spell or anything.
Yeah, it seems like we're keeping these exploration activities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Before I move you guys any further, guys, I'll just move there. You hear a voice. Hey! What are you doing? Get out of the middle of the beach. This voice coming from up here.
Let's do it.
No.
Come on up here. don't want to spoil the hunt, do you? You see, revealing from this sort of like vantage point, a couple of these Embeth travelers. Kiba, you're stepping on. So I'm gonna move him out. Of
You're
here.
stepping on
apologize
the
for standing on you.
I told you there was somebody over here already, probably.
These seem to be the Embeth travelers, the hunters under Jamel Visser, that are participating as well. We got here first. We know the creature's going to return to its nest. Sorry to say, this is our hunt, not yours.
Makes sense. We wouldn't want to spoil it. Thanks for warning us.
What is it that you're tracking? Do you know which one?
We believe it to be the Kruth, that lizard creature. We found its footsteps in the gravel. It doesn't really hide them, strangely enough. Usually they're trying to be more cunning and hiding their nests, but this one just makes it out in the open, as if it is normal to it.
Do you
Perhaps
believe
it's grown fat and lazy on the bounty of the land.
That's our guess.
Do you think that you can handle it? Should we head off and search for another?
We are professional monster hunters. I would be more worried about the other groups, yours included. Looks like you're
Indeed.
Alrighty.
injured already from one of these beasts.
Yes, and we've already killed it too.
It was a wyvern.
It was no big deal.
Oh, good hunt then. Yes.
Should we go where Parent was looking to that chasm?
Parent, we're still trying to investigate the corruption of the wildlife, aren't we? Do you think asking them for the corpse, apart from the head, might be fruitful for that research?
It's possible. I only really knew about the wyvern stuff because, well, dragonkin.
Yes, but I do
That's
believe the flowers were fey in nature.
Perhaps something to check on later then.
Perhaps so.
Just keep that in mind, you folks.
We might have to come back here later and see if they survived or not.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they didn't. Anyways,
That's messed up, giraffe.
As you guys leave, you do
it'd be
notice,
ironic.
looking up and down the river here, there's probably nothing else to the north. The map that you were given sort of ends there. But you do notice that there is what seems to be a dry riverbed that goes up and around and into the forest as well, perhaps. Could be worth investigating as another den.
Good point.
I'm fairly certain that that's where the Pataxians were headed.
No, wasn't she sunbathing or something?
She was sunbathing
Yes,
on this
the
mountain.
bard herself was. What about the others? They were with her.
Well, I don't think her guides are gonna leave her side.
We should just check this out really quick. It's right here already.
Very well.
Mhm. We
Not
just
if-
need a cross.
You're not afraid of getting wet, are you?
Can I carry Parent over my head? Wait, no, I don't need to. I'm not gonna carry him over my head. He has a swim speed, I'm sure.
I am the best
Just look
swimmer
at
among
me.
all of you.
Wait, really?
It's a slow-moving river. It's only 100 feet across, or maybe 125, but yeah, that's something you guys can swim.
Parent just
Cool.
goes across really easily.
Wow.
Kind of doggy
I am the
paddle
second
across.
best swimmer among all of you.
And as you guys get across, yeah, you find that there's a dry riverbed with a strange sort of bend to it that almost goes parallel to the rest of the river here, which I've been told by geologists in multiple of my groups that this is a correct thing, even though it's right next parallel to the main river. But either way,
Neat.
Giraffe, do you see anything strange before we go delving into here?
Hey, can I roll a survival check to see if I see anything strange?
sure, yeah. You don't see anything strange.
Hmm.
At least, not until you go further. And before you know it, you're picking across bones, with their marrow sort of gnawed into along this dry riverbed. I'm gonna move you guys over to a new scene. You seem to be stepping into some creature's territory.
Like how this one area just has so many separate scenes.
Good.
Yes, it was a great time making all of them.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Oh boy,
Well,
blood and bones.
that's
What's
why
that?
Corvus does it for you.
Bones. Don't you
You're
love to see it?
missing your
And you can
miss.
get your hands on it yourself by subscribing to his Patreon.
Yes, exactly. So, that being said, as you guys arrive here, remind me one thing. I run 4 groups of Kingmaker. What did you guys do with that one warg?
We killed
A
it.
long time
I
ago.
fought
The
it
evil
one-on-one.
one.
Ah,
Yes.
Wait, no, that was
That was the
we killed
boar.
him.
that was
No,
the
we
warg.
killed
we
the
worked
wargs.
together.
We did kill the warg. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
gotcha.
sure.
the ones that were like, if you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone, and as long as you promise that you won't interfere with our hunting of people, and we're like, die.
it seems as though, despite your dealing with that pack, there is another that roams these hunting grounds. As you see these looming shapes of these hideous-faced wargs, many wargs themselves, underlings seemingly of this pack, as you see howling with a bone-chilling howl, and this frost sort of escaping its maw and jumping down into the riverbed to bar your way, is a fairly large, intimidating frost wolf of some sort.
Oh joy.
And it speaks
Wow.
as it opens its maw. Who are you? What are you doing in my den?
Don't you know a pack of hunters when you see one?
Roll a
To
survival check.
clarify, sorry, I'll check that.
Sort of Giraffe using his knowledge to impress instead of trying to just do it diplomatically. Or intimidating.
Oh, it was just a, it was a taunt.
Roll me survival still.
Oh, okay.
I have seen better hunters from my cubs. You are not a threat to us. But, lucky for you, you are also not our quarry.
Good, because to clarify, we are here to hunt those who would hunt humanoids like ourselves.
You are here to hunt those creatures across the river, then. Those ones that have encroached upon my territory, Glaziolin's territory.
We've already slain one of them. Maybe if you give us some more information, we can just go take care of the rest.
But information will not be given so lightly. Not at least without some guarantees from you. For you see, the one we hunt tonight is of your group, of your people who have arrived on your ship.
Concerning, which one?
The one female. The one who drinks her fill of wine. Her meat will be sweet upon our lips. And her guards.
Kiba kind of freezes up and sort of goes blank as he seems to be having a little bit of a internal moral crisis here.
Gaz sort of elbows Kiba in the side. Look, I have no love lost for the Pitaxians, but even your standards shouldn't be lower for them.
I know, but
If you do not interfere with our hunt, we'll tell you everything we've seen, where these creatures came from.
We can probably rely on them to be able to defend themselves. We should Gas lowers his voice to a whisper to hopefully low enough that the wolf won't be able to hear him. Can at least warn them after we got the info from this fella.
You may not hunt humanoids. This is not up for negotiation.
Yeah, but she's kind of a, you know,
We are sworn to do our duty to protect those in our land, whether or not we like them. As long as she has not caused any direct trouble herself, she is still under our protection.
So are you saying you will interfere? Because we will not fight you. We do not care to get wounds. We would go for more easy prey.
Why exactly are you after her, of all people?
Like we said, her flesh is tainted by her wine and sweet fruits. I will treat my pack to something delectable. You won't give it, you hardened people. Your meat will be stringy. Some of yours, but though I've never had dragon.
I am not on the menu.
One speaks for you, but what do the others think?
I have no stake in her.
After her, then who else is it going to be? Any other people traveling this area?
None did travel this area before. This was always a wild land. We do not often feast upon your kind.
And you must
Yeah,
not.
Even
Yeah, I
when
was just trying
forced
to
to.
keep,
Sorry, even when forced to. When these beasts, these interlopers, these sudden appearing dangerous beasts throw us out of our territory, where we have had not good hunts for a while here. Let us feast upon your guest. No one will know.
We will know, and it is not acceptable.
Personally, I think you may be underestimating her skill. Don't you think there's other prey you could be hunting instead?
Do you have any suggestions?
Admittedly, nothing immediately comes to mind, though perhaps one of my friends have an idea.
You should
We
be
Animals?
you should
we
be
could-
thankful that we are here in the first place, as we are cleaning your hunting grounds for you again. Because you were too weak to fight these monsters yourselves.
Too weak. Sort of snarls at that, but for this whole thing, anybody who wants to can aid, but Kiba, do make me either an intimidation or diplomacy check.
I shall aid.
Seems at the very least it can be bargained with. It's not some chaotic creature that will just attack anything. 28. Anybody aiding as well? Anybody
So
who
much for
spoke
that.
there, which is basically everyone can aid. And sorry, Yarma, I interrupted you before.
Well, Yarmos was hiding behind Kiba the entire time.
Aw.
He meekly says, well, I'm spiritually obligated to say that I'm also against you hunting humanoids, but how does the rest of the group vote? What does everyone think?
I'm Giraffe's actually for like letting him eat the bard. He doesn't like killing creatures of the forest unnecessarily, and that person was mean to him, so he doesn't. He feels a bit sour about it still. He doesn't feel like protecting her honor, for she has none.
Gaz is sort of trying to obviously play both sides here and is trying to get the info out of them and lead them on a like false hunt and that leaves them, without any gains.
Gotcha.
We see you're serious. I do not wish to bring harm to my pack. If you are going to bar the way, then we will leave. Allow you to stumble through your hunts against these creatures, not knowing the truth of the matter. Let's go. We'll find our meat elsewhere. This place is getting too crowded.
Could have had good information from that.
Are you gonna threaten every Pataxian we come across? Like, are you just gonna let them all die?
I mean, I'm not. It's circumstantial.
I will not allow that.
Give yourselves 80 experience points for at least making sure that they are not going to attack the Pataxian.
Was this the right decision? I don't know.
No,
No.
it's a Pataxian. Ooh.
I'm noticing some. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
I don't like those the merchant guild.
I guess
They're
we're
mean.
going back across the river. We can check that cove.
Yep, let me move you guys back.
If she died on our watch, how do you think that whole entire city would react? She's a famous musician, I thought.
Yes,
Well,
we
it's
have
not-
obligations.
Well, it's not our watch. It's the Hunter's Lodge's watch.
Hmm.
A bit more healing from Kiba.
Probably a good idea.
Huh?
Did you push enter on your sheet?
If you did, it does random things whenever you press enter. Never get close to the enter key on your character sheet because it just does random things.
I'm
Just give yourself back the healing potion that it used. So,
Eva does that bird regurgitation thing.
isn't that the potion that I drank earlier anyway?
no, it just rolled it and it pressed. It says
That was the
uses.
elixir of life.
So, for the purposes of it, it did it now. It will have used it up, so give yourself another one.
Was I given 2 elixirs of life?
At
No,
some,
just one.
Then
Yeah.
Where did that come from then?
It doesn't use them unless it has something to use, so maybe it was in the
Right.
party inventory, perhaps. Either way, uses means it consumed something. A number went from 2 to 1 or something like that, so
yes, I had one in my sheet and it said quantity 0 because I had used the one that was given earlier.
okay.
So I think this is just an extra that didn't come from anywhere.
Okay. I'll trust your judgment. So,
I have no idea how that happened though because
no
I
worries.
don't even think I was hitting enter on anything at all. I'm so confused.
Yeah, that's... either way, we'll get back to
Got it.
the game here. Where do
We're
you guys want to go from here? From here, you can see the crevice of that stream. You can also see Enemy's Vacation down here. You're pretty sure there's nothing else in the plains here. The elk were the only thing that you noted.
Okay. Then crevice it is, I assume.
Okay.
Crafts it is. Let's go over there.
The only remaining thing, yeah.
So, it's been about 30 minutes or so, so I'm going to go down. It's about 1:27. You can look up at the sky. You have an expert in survival. They can tell the time pretty well.
So how long? So we have. How long do we have left to do this?
The whole day.
Oh,
So you guys are doing it quickly.
So we can check on everybody later then.
Keep
And the
running.
big time limit is like other people hunting our stuff before we hunt them.
Still think we should have said, "Oh yeah, you go eat the board."
Draft. We're gonna have to have a conversation when we get back to town.
I think so too, yes.
Look, he was offering some information.
And we are not going to sink ourselves into evil and depravity just to get this information.
Draft.
Well,
what
don't
is?
you think you're a better hunter than him? You could probably get better information than him from your
Exactly.
As you guys are going into this place, you find that this steep crevasse is cut into the earth, and it forms a narrow valley lined with rough stone here. The bottom of the ravine lies 20 feet below the cliff tops to the north and south, while the eastern side is, well, open to a steep decline, or incline rather for you guys as you're getting up that a bit here. There's a cascading waterfall that you begin to sight at the end of this, but as you're approaching further and further through this crevasse, you're finding on the shores, steadily amongst the regular plants of this place, you're finding a lot of strange looking dead plants that bear dozens of rotting, withered fruits the size of watermelons. Some of them seem to have fallen away from them, others sort of causing so much weight that you're imagining these rotting plants will snap from them. I'm gonna move you guys over to a new scene as this strange environment opens up before you.
Can I do like a nature check on these to see if like these are things I've ever seen before?
Sure. Oh, I'm missing draft.
Thank you. Oh, joy.
It is a very strange environment indeed. It's like walking to someplace else. But Parenth, your best guess is that these plants are befouled by something, perhaps?
There might be something
sickness.
at the source of the water up there. It looks like
Stay
maybe
on
the
guard
water's
then.
bad. Just be careful of the water.
I think I should be more careful of the plant life. Who knows if undead plants can even exist? I don't intend to find out.
Please don't suggest that.
It's a very scary thought.
Can I do a perception check to like look around?
Sure, yeah.
Search checks.
As you guys are looking around, you can roll some checks. I'll sort of interpret them.
Any sign of animal life?
Okay. So, Giraffe, looking through, you don't detect all that much in terms of animal life. Or otherwise, for that matter. Though, the rest of you, looking through, just keeping your eyes out for danger or anything of that note, you are able to tell that there's a swath of ground, almost imperceptible, but a few of you see it, near Giraffe, where it appears that, yes, there were several humanoids gathered there in a circle, judging by how tamped down the grass is about that.
Did someone beat us to a hunt here?
I doubt it. I don't think you hunt while standing in a circle. Plus, there would probably be like remains of a battle or kerfluffle.
Say things again.
Parenth is gonna detect magic to see if there's any like remnants of like a ritual or something that took place here.
Sure.
I'm tempted to check behind the waterfall.
As you're sending out these feelers for magic, Parenth, it is not long before you get the sense that something is emanating, an aura, in the reeds to the north, but before you can do much to warn your allies, as none of you had seen it, a massive, multi-headed, well, not the hydra you were looking for, but one like the same,
Hello.
a snapping
Oh boy.
hydra of plant life, also rotting, like the rest of the plants around here.
Oh my goodness. He was right. It is an undead plant.
Also, its friend shows up.
Interesting.
Because you're
Oh
a
my
5%
goodness,
party.
it has a little
Okay.
brother. That's
So-
adorable.
I need your
Wonder where the
initiatives.
where the 5-person party adjustment comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Another dice knocked into mine and turned it into a 20, but I know that doesn't count, but
Since I was using detect magic for that,
Sure.
can I use Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate being right sometimes.
yeah, you just had to say something, didn't you?
So,
Don't worry, I'll get some bushwhacking done.
as it leaps from its hiding place there. You guys had no idea it was there, and it gets the jump on you, so it's going to start by making a hungry flurry against every single one of you, since you're all in reach. All the heads sort of snap out, sort of zooming out from its body and snapping into each of you. So for the purpose of this, each, and it doesn't get map on any of them, but it does get a -2.
Oh.
So first, Giraffe, you are hit.
Oh, joy.
Damage on
joy.
Giraffe is 18, as some of the bite brings acid with it. Now,
Oh,
next,
that's smart.
Gaz. Gaz, you are also hit. So you were dealt 21 damage.
I'm gonna interrupt that one.
Okay. Champion's
Okay,
resistance.
enfeeble it. Perfect.
And it will be enfeebled for the remaining attacks, which may help a lot here. So Gaz only takes 6 there. Now we're going to go to Yarmos.
Oh
Actually,
boy.
how did you take... Oh, yeah, because it's resisting... It's actually more effective because it's acid and piercing, so it resists both of those separately. So he only took 6.
Cool.
Now,
Wow.
Yarmos, with a 19, even with the
Oh my God.
enfeebled and the hungry flurry, you are critically struck, as one of them snaps straight down on you for 42 points of damage. Now, Kiba,
I'm okay.
you are hit, but not crit because it is enfeebled. Weakened by your want for this this plant to return to being beautiful and nice. Yeah, it's not happening, but at least you bring some redemption to its heart. Parent, though, you're hit
Oh
Happening
no.
to
Oh
us.
no!
Oh no.
for 30 points of damage. Not the
Oh,
best it could have done.
no.
Oh,
And that is 2 actions.
I'd
Now,
love to know what this monster's called.
it will also improved grab onto Giraffe.
Snapping flytrap. Oh no.
It's free action with that. And final action. It will attempt to swallow Giraffe down.
Oh, come on.
It'll make an athletics check against your
Oh,
reflex
boy.
DC.
Oh.
It's a little bit enfeebled, so it's lesser on this check, but that just made it not a crit. It still is successful. So as it
it's
chokes
swallowed.
Giraffe down, take 17 points of damage from that Giraffe. You find yourself having to hold your breath, or else you'll be hit by all this acid inside of its stomach, this plant stomach here. It's a Venus flytrap sort of thing. You're also
Understand.
slowed inside. So, with that is the end of the creature's turn. Now, parent.
Oh no, I'm slow too.
Mm-hmm.
I better be able to attack it from the inside.
You might be able to. We'll get to it on your turn.
Okay, so if I do an AoE and Giraffe is inside of this thing, is
It
that
will
going
not
to
be hit because it's on the outside creature.
Okay, well, first of
Yeah.
all, I'm going to try to do a recall knowledge on the big one.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nature.
Would my other lore skill maybe apply to this, or just the nature?
What's your other lore?
Fate.
No. Fey will not apply here.
Never sure with this Pathfinder stuff.
You, what one thing do you want to know?
Does it have any resistances?
It has resistance to acid. From, well, it dealing acid damage, probably.
Of course. Well, I did not hear fire in there.
Okay. Fireball.
Thank
Let me-
goodness.
Let me-
Am I covered from this?
Yes,
I
you
did
are.
not mean to put it
I know,
there.
but
Sweet.
for the purpose of it, you would have, like, thrown it, right here.
Like, yeah, like back,
Yeah.
back onto the wall or
I
something.
can't believe you do this to me, Corvus.
So, as it is thrown out, yeah, I'm gonna roll their reflex save, see if they can get away from this. The smaller one fails. The other bigger one does seem to succeed. Its head sort of like dive away from it. But because they are plants, you can imagine they're gonna take more damage from this. So the top one is weak to it, takes that 10, and this one, being damaged by it normally, will also take extra damage. It, being a smaller creature, has a lower weakness value. That being said, it hurt them both pretty well.
Second thought, I should have moved. That's all I can do, though.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Now going to the smaller one, it is going to sort of crawl its way with these vines along the ground here to get close to the party and go for
Come
a
on. If the swallow failed, I'd be able to slash them both.
focused assault on Gaz. So
Hmm.
both of its heads snap at you. 2 action here. But it rolls a 2 on the dice. It critically misses as it snaps away at you, but you're able to defend yourself quite easily against this one. And that's its turn. Giraffe, you
Snaps
find
away.
yourself in the gullet of this acidic stomach of this creature. And I will tell you, when you are swallowed by a creature, you have to hold your breath, but that doesn't really apply vast majority of the time because you get out eventually. But you are
So-
slowed and grabbed, but you are also able to use light weapons of light bulk,
Oh.
but not 1 bulk weapons.
So I could use the bloodthirst.
Absolutely.
I could give it internal bleeding.
And it is off guard while you're striking from the inside because it can't really guard itself from you.
Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm gonna make an attack, then an escape check. I know that applies map, but
I will tell you as well, when you are inside of a creature and you cut in the inside of it with a piercing or slashing weapon, you can cut your way out if you do enough
okay,
damage.
I think I'm gonna cut my way out. I can only use light weapons, right?
Mhm.
Can I drop my mom blade and draw my main gosh?
You would only have 1 action remaining after that.
Okay, never mind then. I'm just gonna make a couple strikes with the bloodthirst.
Sure. Not much room to maneuver, but I feel like it'll be easy to strike and at it and maybe cut your way out. 15 points, or 15 on the dice will hit. Roll the damage. First strike, dealing this 9 to it.
And then the map.
Let's see, what is the rupture value? That is a hit as well. Roll the damage once more. And 9 and 9, total of 18. The rupture value is 17. You do cut your way out. As
Oh
you
my
slice
God.
a part of it, your allies see this slice start to reveal itself on it with the bloodthirst, its red blade coming through, and you, soaked in acid, stumbled out.
That'll teach you. He's just panting from having to hold his breath, covered in gastric juices.
As you rip your way out, that'll be your turn, however. You started with only 2 actions. So Gaz, yours.
Well, Gus is immediately gonna patch up the acid-soaked knoll that just emerged from the plant, and he is not going to enjoy his time while doing so.
Okay.
He like grimaces as he tries his best to administer Giraffe's wounds.
Hey, assurance works with a DC 20. 16 there. Giraffe, give yourself that, and 2 more actions.
He will then overdrive. And hopefully get a good roll. If that is not a good roll, I will
That's
read a hero point.
Okay. This time you do succeed. Don't believe the automation will work, or if there is automation, I don't know. Either way, grab the success spell effect on yourself. There we go.
And final action, he is going to strike at the big guy.
Okay. So smack towards it though. Snapping heads are able to sort of pull at your strike and thrust it aside.
That's my turn then.
So, we go to Kiba.
All right. Well, I'm let's see. Fighting around a bunch of you people. Probably give me some minor penalties.
For the kobolds, no. For Giraffe, yes. But yeah, from this position you can strike both without having cover. Worry about it.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna lay on hands on Yarmos just in case.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir. Raise mercy upon you.
There you go. Give yourself your 18. I'm going to see about reducing the total number of targets.
Okay.
So I'll focus on this smaller one, which looks a little more hurt. See if I can put this glaive of mine to good use.
Shillin's chosen weapon. Elegant as you are with
Reroll.
it. Okay. You will
Take
critically hit there. You hit on the other one already, but this one is a crit.
that. Good to know.
So with this smaller one,
It's just a little
Oh,
baby.
okay. Goodbye.
you heft the glaive down and slice straight through it, cutting both heads at once, as if you were trimming petals in the monastery. That one's dead.
I'll take it. Follow up swing past Yarmos then.
Hmm?
See if I can do well.
15. Unfortunately, with the map, it is still going to be a miss. This is a much more powerful one than the other one you struck down.
Oh yeah, much more. Wow.
So that'll be you. Yarmos, we go to your turn.
Yarmos seeing Gas fiddle around with his instruments so much without provoking any attacks, any reactive strikes.
Thank you for reminding me. Kiba, it strikes at you after you strike at it. Seems like it's not
Okay.
based on manipulates, it's based on you striking towards it.
Scary.
I'm very happy I didn't eat
See?
this attack.
Thank you for not critting me.
I might have remembered on you, Yarmos, so better than Kiba than you. So
Yeah.
does snap quickly towards
because-
Kiba
Yeah.
and grabs as part of that.
Oh, a grab.
As it twists your missed strike into, like, one of the heads coils around your blade as you sort of expose yourself and is able to strike at you. So yeah, Yarmos, back to you.
Wow, okay. Unfortunate. Wait, Kiba still has a light weapon on him, right?
Kiba, no, Giraffe has a light weapon. Kiba does not. They have a glaive.
Yeah, but can that? I can't remember if that shifts into a light weapon or. If
No, it's currently not a shifting.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, in that case, you're almost
Also,
prepares for a storm.
I don't know if there's any light two-handed weapons.
There might be like a long spear, maybe. I don't know. Either way, what are you doing?
Yarmos prepares for a storm hit by trying to minister a elixir of life on Kiba
Mhm.
and an energy mutagen on Giraffe.
Okay. I assume fire.
Yep, fire.
Giraffe, you can drag that effect energy mutagen
Alright.
onto yourself, and it'll give you options, I hope. And Yarmos.
It does. I just hesitate to do that sometimes because with things like Kiba's healing, she drags it to me, so I don't want to double up on accident.
Are you sure
Yeah.
giving him weakness to acid was a good idea?
Wait,
He'll be
hold
fine.
on. Hold on, guys. Wait.
Well, hey, at the very least, you're gonna strike and deal more damage to it, so let's hope you don't get struck by it.
Just finish it, okay?
Is the
Kiba-
plant
Kiba,
grappling
14
Kiba right now?
healing.
Don't worry, Kiba. I already cut it open. You just have to crawl out.
Take the
Uh,
14
Yarmos
there.
dead.
Crawl
Kiba.
out.
Yarmos then scampers away.
Okay, so you scamper
It's the first
away. Go to its turn.
Who did you heal?
You.
You keep.
Oh,
turn. Kiba,
there was.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, there was so much noise.
sorry about
No
that.
problem. So, with that being said, on its turn, with Kiba grabbed, it is immediately going to try to swallow Kiba. It's going to make an athletics check against Kiba's reflex. And with these guys, they usually have a high, good roll there as a critical.
Hmm.
So, you're going to
Like
take
I said,
a double this.
I already made the door. You just have to
24.
crawl through it.
Okay, stop.
Sorry.
24. There, Kiba.
What did you say?
24 damage.
Thank you.
And that being said, you're also slowed and, well, taken into the creature itself. Now, it has 2 remaining actions. It will make a flurry, a hungry flurry, at those it has in reach still. It's enfeebled.
Kiba in reach.
Kiba is not, he's inside. So, It's gonna be Giraffe here. Crit by it. Giraffe, you take
Oh,
40
joy.
points of damage. You'll take a little bit extra, I do believe. I think it already automatically applies, so just hit the damage. Yes, it did.
Yikes.
Rolling really well with it. Natural 20 on Gaz.
Hmm.
So for a lower roll here, 40 damage there. Gaz, unfortunately, you're down. And Parent. This one will miss you because it is enfeebled. So Parent gets away scot-free at the very least. And that'll be the creature's turn. Parent, we go back to you.
This is an interesting situation we're in.
It is.
It's always the plants.
I'm gonna stride away and
Okay.
you know what?
At least try to prevent that reaction. Alright. As you try to invoke hideous laughter in this creature, I love when I get to say this, it is mindless. It cannot be affected by the mental trait hideous laughter.
It's lowest saving throw is also wisdom, isn't it?
Yes, that is how Paizo runs it. Basically, whenever they build a creature, they're always sneaky about putting will as a lowest on mindless creatures. But will can still be affected by illusions because those are sensory, not mental.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
way,
All right, well that's
That's
all
your
I
turn.
got.
Giraffe, back to you. Rough but not down.
Alrighty. Let's see if I can do some damage with a double slice.
Mm-hmm. It's very weak to fire, so if you guys start dealing some more fire damage to it, it'll wither pretty quickly, and this will be a hit. And with the extra fire damage on these strikes, sonic damage reverberating through them as well, it's gonna hurt. 29 damage from that. And a 13 will hit as well. Getting those weaknesses hit. And because you're Alchemist, once again, just like the trolls, very nice to have in your party. It's badly injured already at this point. And because you hit the rupture value with those strikes, Kiba's free. It works both
Oh,
ways.
I'm
Yeah,
I
then
really
going.
like that.
I'm then going to parry to hope that I either don't get crit or don't get hit.
Mm-hmm. So you parry, holding yourself in a defensive position. Kiva, swallowed but very quickly freed and have some time to get your bearings, so you have all three actions.
Hi, Gaz. Aiming at Gaz.
Huzzah.
Have a lovely day.
Gaz is at least conscious.
That was all of my slots, and I have this awesome glaive that does like utterly devastating things when I crit. So now I'm going to attempt to roll a 20 against this dead plant thing.
Okay.
It's gonna be awesome. Just watch. Just watch. Wait for it, everyone.
We are past the
Damn,
point of hero
strike.
points as well, if you need them, but this is a hit.
I'll take
Oh,
a hit.
good.
Slicing in with the glaive. Deals enough fire damage to trigger that weakness. Once again, burns brightly.
And I'm extremely bold and daring, and I have a hero point. I'm gonna try to hit again.
It's worth a shot. In a situation like this. 15 is not enough
No,
to hit
that's
it.
a reroll.
Alright, and after
Which I
the
do
end of
believe
its
a
turn-
25 is a miss.
Yes, 25 is a miss here. Have to roll a bit higher than that, but not with natural one.
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'll take the 25.
25 either way is a miss, and because it was a miss, it
I miss
uses
you guys.
reaction. Oops, I
It's worth
shouldn't
a
be rolling
try.
with Hungry
Worth a try.
Flurry. This,
Goodbye.
unfortunately, is a crit.
Yeah, worth a try.
So you go down to 0.
Oh no.
You are grabbed in one of their maws, and because you are grabbed, it will not hesitate to swallow you. Even while downed. So, Yarmus, we go over to your turn.
Boy. Yarmos is going to.
If you think you can hit it with fire.
Don't worry, I can just battle medicine him up before he gets swallowed.
Yeah, might as well. You're almost going to quick alchemy up a alchemist's fire. As soon as I have, oh, doing this in the middle of combat is the worst. But
No, it's no problem.
let me just, yeah. Right, one action to quick alchemy up alchemist's fire. He panically stirs a concoction in his hand. It changes colors as reagents turn, make its reaction.
Hmm?
I say as it's not entering my inventory. There you go.
It says
Nope,
you
now
did
I
it
did.
twice.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's weird because it was didn't get one of them.
either way, I'll trust your inventory management because you've done it for
Yeah.
the past like so many levels. Go for the strike.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, it's not showing up as a strike, so I'll just have to. Jesus Christ! Multiple copies of the item become very, very
Yeah.
weird to manage. Yeah.
In the future as
striking.
well, if you're quick alchemying something, you can do it before your turn.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, like, you'll still declare that you're quick alchemying it, but you don't have to do it on your turn if it's something you're certain
Gotcha,
about
alright.
doing. And you throw that fireball.
He's gonna reroll that.
Okay. Or alchemist's fire, not fireball. Well, you still missed on the 23, which it'll take the splash damage of, so hit the damage.
Yep.
And it'll take 2 plus that weakness, which is 12 in total. Brings it near death at this point.
It's something. The armor's gonna finish off by having his familiar slither around, bring an elixir of life into one hand and a thunderstone in the other.
Okay. Gaz.
The first turn.
Well, I already said what I was gonna do. Battle medicine, Kiba, while he's still lying on the ground himself.
Mm-hmm.
I love assurance.
Yeah.
Oh no! If only had a source of fire damage.
I also love assurance.
Guys, you should just leap at it and do the self-destruct moves that inventors have. I think.
But I don't want to kill Kiba if it is the thing.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
I mean, you
that's a
can move
good
in and
point
do
I
it because
didn't
it's two
consider.
actions, right?
It's 2 actions, but if it doesn't kill, then, then
I'll
Kiba
just brew up another
Oh.
alchemist.
Well, if it doesn't kill, then you die honorably, and that's the best way to die.
Well, I think I will follow the suggestion of the party here, and with him still lying on the ground, he is going to make his thing explode.
Okay. I need you
Oh,
two
boy.
to roll reflex saves, and it'll roll reflex as well. Rolls a 3, it failed. You'll take full damage.
Beautiful.
Will you
Giraffe
explode?
and Kiba also need reflex saves from this explosion from Gaz.
Oh no, I
Cool.
need to make a reflex.
Don't worry, I can stabilize you all afterwards.
Failure from Kiba.
Hey, it's gonna do less damage and he healed, right?
And Giraffe, I
Is
believe
that-
that's a success, exactly.
Yeah, that's barely a success.
So, damage is 18. Kiba, you take the 18, you're not down again,
Can
but
I
you're
use-
burning.
Oh, is there a difference on a critical success?
You would take no damage, but half of 18, 9 damage, will not put you down at the very least.
Oh,
even with
that's
the
right.
weakness.
That's right. I thought half was 18. I thought that was gonna take
No,
me
yeah.
down.
Just press the half button on yourself, and it should give the correct value. There we go. So,
Ow.
with that is Gaz's turn. We go around to the creature. Oh wait, I forgot. He needs to take damage.
Creature
Should
take-
take
yeah.
damage, hopefully.
Also takes the weakness value. His level
Weakness,
damage does
yeah.
not automate. It is just barely alive. It is below.
Well,
Oh, crit
so
fail.
much for that.
So, with its turn starting here.
Question about his turn starting here.
Hmm?
I went down to his attack on
Oh.
my turn.
Right, you should be
Is it my
moved.
turn?
Yeah,
Okay,
you should have your turn right there.
excellent.
So, Kiba, what do you do?
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna punch
Do
this
not
thing with my
stand while
glaive.
grappled.
I'm not gonna stand up. I'm gonna. Maybe I should.
You can always strike from prone. It's just at a -2.
-2 to strike from prone. And escaping from grapple is an attack, isn't it?
which minuses 5 from your attack roll.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack with a -2.
Okay. Let's see if you can do it. Muster up.
Oh, I
strength.
totally got this. I'm gonna like do it in one. Everybody, hold your breath. Here it comes. And
Here's a nat
Glade.
Natural
20.
20.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Roll your crest.
Oh!
As you are grabbed down on the ground by it, you have this light in your soul, this Shellenites just need to protect your allies, need to bring this land back to where it was, because if you don't bring it down now, your allies could fall. You sort of like flip the glaive in your hand dexterously while you're on the ground, as it holds you by your chest, and you're able to slice like a helicopter blade up into the one that's holding you, and then continuing that assault on the rest of them as they're all super weakened, can't hold their heads away from your strike. They are destroyed. So you cleave each and every one of the heads from its body.
Oh.
7 damage from.
That was a good strike.
There you
Oh,
go.
that hurts.
Wow.
Oops, that's the wrong music.
That was probably like a turn away from dying.
Me too.
Y'all were. If it had another flurry, it would have put all of you down. I mean, all of
And
your
then all
parents
of
and
a
youngins.
sudden, half of the party dying.
I mean, I'm sure Parent has some magic missiles remaining.
Parent has some fireballs remaining. That works, right?
Maybe.
Ah,
Give yourselves 120 experience points as well.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yep, it was a severe encounter. Quite
Yeah, I can
severe.
feel it.
I think we might be done.
When they said Hydra, did they mean like the scaly kind or this kind?
This is a vegan Hydra. Wait, no,
It ate you.
yeah, it's not vegan. That's,
Not vegan.
Well, it's vegan in a sense that if we eat it, it's vegan.
and mini me.
I don't think we're done here. We still got all day for us, and well, just a bit of recovering should get us back on our feet.
We definitely need to hole up somewhere for about an hour or so, maybe. Just to
Well,
patch ourselves up from all of that.
given what we were just able to kill, what we just killed, this place might actually be quite safe for a rest.
It's disgusting here, though.
This fungal matter is nearly sickening to you all, but yeah, could be safe enough.
I hate it.
So do you think whatever was done to this thing will also happen to the other things we've seen, quote unquote?
This seems different.
Giraffe just kind of like sits down.
I don't know,
Wait, so what?
wildly aggressive wildlife kind of seems to be the running theme here.
We should probably reroll knowledge on it.
Sure.
Now.
While other
nature?
people are healing, yeah, you can roll nature or giraffe or parent rather. You can roll your Fey lore, not for that creature, but for your surroundings. You're starting to recognize some things. Both of you are able to tell, and actually parents get more knowledge because you critically succeeded there. You're both able to tell that these plants are unlike anything that should be growing in this region. You can confirm, in fact, that the plants are alien and probably magical in nature, likely vegetation that has been influenced by or potentially transplanted from the First World, the land of the Fae. For D&D 5e, it's Feywild, but for here, it's First World, of course. And Parent specifically, because you know a lot about this stuff, you note that the plants are decaying because, well, in that realm, there's so much latent magic feeding these plants, they they can't grow here. And you notice something else about the plants and finer details of them. There's more than the first world influencing them. There's an element of abyssal taint as well, from the demonic realms.
These plants are real messed up.
Oops.
It's always the Fae over and over again.
Who did we lose? No.
Giraffe, we lost for a moment.
If there's something abyssal to it, w- w- what in the world is that doing hand in hand with Fae? Hey.
Well, they're mostly Fae, these plants. It's like they have an abyssal taint to them, somehow, from Parent's perspective at the very least.
So would that be like maybe they were cursed or something? Or well, I guess
Roll me a
Double cursed.
Arcana check for that. Because you're also remembering that there was this circle of people there. And, well, you're rolling quite well here. I can show you 34 in total. You look at that circle that Giraffe pointed out before the fight, and yeah, it looks like there was a magical ritual performed from those circle of people about within the last month. You can even confirm it was a divine tradition ritual. Not arcane, not occult, not primal even, but a divine ritual, strangely enough.
Did we just pass by a demon summoning?
I don't know, but it's affecting everything in this area. Makes me think that there's more Fae around here trying to get rid of us.
I'm
Where-
going to equip my striking cold hatchet just in case.
Okay. It's been pretty quiet as you guys have studied this and doing all these checks. It's also been like 30 minutes or so, so you guys can roll like medicine checks if you want to as well. And remember Kiba as well? We're on the new rolls from Remaster, so whenever you refocus, you get all your focus pull back.
So really within 30 minutes, Cuba could
That's a
like
lot of health.
heal a lot of people.
Yes, that's 6 casts of Lay on Hands.
Oh boy, how many treat wounds is that? 3, right?
3 treat wounds.
Uh,
So you can roll them out, you don't have to target anybody, and then you could just dole those successes or failures out to who you want. That'll be an easier way to do it.
And we can assume we did 0 for everyone.
Guess I'll take this one.
30 minutes would actually only get me 4 land hands.
Oh, right,
So
if
I
you
don't
want to
have any
walk
to
around
start
with.
with.
Yeah.
Shoot, I did not mean to roll that.
14, 19.
Kiba gets the 19.
Okay. Who got the 14?
Gas.
Okay.
And the final one goes to Giraffe.
Alright, that 23 to
oh.
Giraffe.
Nice. Thank you.
Now, Akiba, if you want, you can just spam out 4 lay on hands, which is how much again?
18, 36, 54, 72.
Okay. So, in 18s, who would you give out each of those 18s to?
One for me and Giraffe, that's for sure.
Alright, just make it easier. You can click the 18.
So one's for me, you said?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then it's
Not
gonna
even that
keep
half.
going to another one for both me and Giraffe, honestly.
Okay.
Good.
30 minutes pass. It's getting into mid-afternoon.
Should we do another round of that or move out?
Should probably keep looking around for our actual targets. I don't think plant life counts as a legitimate bounty for our friends here.
Well,
Panthers-
that wouldn't be very fair. That was just Yarmos goes around picking up the heads that have been left behind by our two marshals.
We should bring them anyways.
I agree entirely.
Yeah, Kiva, remove your wounded condition because you got 3 wounds.
So,
Excellent, thank you.
with this place noted, you move back out in the hunting grounds proper.
I do not feel comfortable going into a potential another encounter with people this hurt, though.
Same.
Yeah.
If you guys want to spend an hour,
Yeah.
we can say you're at full health.
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm hurting enough to warrant that.
Hmm.
Alright. So, it's about 4 in the afternoon, starting to wane in the daytime. But it's summer, so... Or actually, what is the year? Or the calendar here? Where are we at? We are in fall, Rova.
Robot.
The month of Rovagug, the destroyer of worlds. But anyway,
Yeah,
What a wonderful month.
I feel like we should either check up on our friends to the east here, or we should look into the forest that we haven't really discovered yet, namely the one to the south here and the one to our
Well-
west.
Well, we've located the main ones, right?
so for the purpose of it, you've never found that hydra. And you saw the Aldori go into this glade here. And these guys are hunting the Kruth, so that's all the creatures they spoke about accounted for.
We should probably go help the Aldori and see if they're still alive.
Perhaps, but we also haven't done anything with this whole glade in the upper part of this.
Corvus told us there was nothing there.
Right, never mind.
Yeah, you guys had a good view of it from the elk. There's nothing there.
I had to mess with numbers.
No problem. So, is it going to be the Ambeth Travelers or the Aldori sisters first?
I'll go with the Aldori.
Yes.
Okay, which ones are the ones we saw at the beach? The Aldori?
The Ambeth Travelers. Those are the monster
Let's do the
hunters.
Aldori because the Aldori are not at the beach, and the two at the beach seemed quite capable.
Yeah, I'm voting Aldori.
And
Outdoor is
knowledgeable.
probably also what I would be interested in.
So, crossing the stream and making your way through the trees to get to this glade here, you find at the edge of the glade, between two gnarled trees, is a creature of massive proportion, multi-headed. It's snapping down at something as if tearing it up.
That's not good.
Moving guys over. Unfortunately, you do get the sense, upon your approach, that it's having a feast of corpses of both the Aldori sisters.
No! Come on, like the nice people we met.
Yarmos, here we are.
Oh, this is
It busies
frustrating.
itself.
You
Yep.
know, I don't mean to bring the mood further down than it already is, but aren't the Aldori renowned swordsmen? What chance do we stand against this?
I have 2 swords myself.
Actually, one's an axe.
Well,
They're both
And I
axes.
have a sword
actually.
as well, on a stick.
Gonna change the Kopesh.
Parenth, roll me an Arcana check on the Hydra.
Let me mobile.
Just trying to think.
Maybe we hold. Oh, sorry.
You see 6 heads on this Hydra, as if one of them has been split in 2. The Aldori are famed duelists with slashing weapons. And not with stuff that would be able to defeat a Hydra, though, as they will regenerate. Even with their heads slashed off, they will create new ones very rapidly. And yes, from your check here, you know the basic thing about Hydras, where if you don't cauterize the stumps where you slice a head off with acid or fire, it will just grow 2 heads out of that one stump.
Oh, I was scared for a moment.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking, oh, am I gonna have to change the blood first from a hatchet to like a piercing weapon, like a mangosh? Actually, that's a good point. I could
Can't you just use the main gosh and the shield or something?
use the mangosh and the bloodthirst.
We should have followed them to help them out. This is
This is
not
depressing.
good.
I'm depressed now.
No, but we have to kill it now.
It's not good, but what could we have done? They insisted that they would be okay.
It's not our fault. They went on this hunt on their own volition.
Seems they were just unprepared. Perhaps to face the
Time we
Hydra.
will- Soon we will see their souls to their just fate. We can only take solace and do what we can here and now.
Phrasma does that.
My glaive burns with the very flames of righteousness. I think we might have a chance. If not, then we should at least be prepared. Take care of ourselves, and not allow us to be trapped like this.
I just fought a many-headed plant, so a many-headed dragon seems like the perfect thing to run it off.
At the very least, it seems distracted. It'll be on a lower initiative if you guys approach. So any further, I would say like another 15 or 20 feet
Wait,
would be...
I have an idea.
No.
You almost.
I have a question for Corvus here.
Yes.
So I know I didn't do it before, but could parents have switched spell out, or at this point would that just not be possible?
It's eating their bodies, so if you don't care about that, it seems preoccupied at the moment. You could spend the 10 minutes.
I'd rather have a winning chance, so I don't mind waiting.
Or if you didn't
I
mention it
control
before,
knowledge.
but you already had the plan for those hours and 30 minutes, you could change it as well. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm switching out a spell then.
Yarmos, you have any more of
knowledge
those elemental mutagens?
Yarmus,
Oh,
what were you
plenty.
guys?
Give me
Are
an
we allowed
acid.
mutual knowledges from here?
Yeah. Parents just did
Okay.
one for the Arcana.
You know,
Oh,
if
gotcha.
we don't intend to approach this thing, I might be able to, plant my thing in the ground and have it step on it.
Do you have to get close to it to do that?
I don't have to get too close to it. Just have to plant it far enough away that we don't get blown up.
I do like the
Yeah.
idea of it exploding, but how can you guarantee that it'll actually step on this?
Well, there's admittedly no guarantee aside from it delivering the mine directly. He coughs into his fist.
I'm going with acid. Just who put fire on me?
Sorry, I
Yeah,
thought
that-
it came up on my screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I chose acid just in case it's the second monster with a swallow ability.
Does
Uh,
acid work on this?
Yes, acid or fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said acid or fire, so that's
One-
why I'm going with acid.
One on K-Bot too. And also, this is like all immediately right before we actually
Yeah.
do the fight. It's not like at the
That'll-
start of the 10 minute
yeah.
rest.
Mm.
That'll stack on top of what I already got, so that's great.
I'm sure
Mhm.
Giraffe's a bit
Yeah.
annoyed at
Angry.
this singed fur. Like, really? You had to do that.
So-
Can you drag it to yourself, K-Bot? Because I
I think so. I
cannot
was just
give
checking.
you the.
I was just
credit,
checking to
I-
be sure I didn't have one in my inventory.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when it has like a dialogue tree, you can't drag it to somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, you can, but then it pops up on Corvus' screen as we highlighted just now.
Yeah.
I'll just stack the fire.
Okay. Is there anything you guys do before you just approach?
I'm interested in guys' idea.
Okay.
There's like this is a little overhang, or this is just weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a like a 2 foot, 3 foot sort of like dip there.
Would you be able to crawl up and like plant the mine about this place?
Sure. Roll me a stealth Joe for it.
Oh boy.
You can always have somebody else place it though.
Yeah, boys. I have a mission for you.
Yes, I get the idea. Hand it over.
Well, he hands over the mine.
Okay.
It's 8:06. Didn't you say you had somewhere to be, Corvus?
Oh, no. Not until 9.
This is an hour and a half early, Giraffe.
Oh, shush. My head's.
Alright.
Just
Cameras
about
going
to the
into
side here.
Roll your stealth.
the real self. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
You sneak up over there using this little hillock to hide from the creature. Giving it a -2 to its perception. As you approach, seems like a creature with multiple heads and multiple ears is still going to be aware of your approach, hearing you step on some twig there. It senses you. It turns around, its heads screech, all 6 of them. Unfortunately, I need you guys' initiative immediately.
Worth a try.
Gets things started.
Yeah, I think Kiba and I are both really mad.
If I'm starting a combat with recall knowledge, can I use Arcana again?
Sure, yeah. So trying to think about the best way to engage it.
I could roll your stealth as initiative, Yamus.
My stealth is lower than my perception.
Fair enough.
I mean, everything is pretty much 11 or 12 alchemist skills.
And unfortunately, even with a natural 20 there, Parent, it goes first. As it rolled quite high on it, so yeah, it rolled an 18. So, as it slithers out towards its new quarry, these heads all wreathed in the blood of the Eldori, it is going to bear down on Yarmos and make a focused assault with all 6 heads.
I'm in danger.
Well, I hope you have a backup idea. Oh,
Well,
no.
this will be a critical strike. It doubles all of these. You take 72 points of damage as you're torn apart by every one of the heads.
Oh, no.
Dying 2, that is its turn. Parent, as you see this happen,
So how does fighting a hydra work?
so, hydras have unique mechanics. They have 6 heads right now. The only way you know to kill it, without it just regenerating over and over, is to slice its heads off and then cauterize those stumps where the heads were. Each head offers it some regeneration, and each head also has its own HP, which you can strike at. The body has its own HP as well, but if you strike at a head, the body doesn't take any damage.
Okay, I'm delaying my turn right before the hydra goes again.
Okay. And if you strike enough at the body to put it down to 0, it will go unconscious until it can regenerate, but the only way to actually kill it, stop the regeneration, is to slice the heads off specifically. So, Giraffe.
I'm going for the heads.
No,
I have two weapons, so if things go well, I could potentially take out 2 heads at once. So I'm going to start by striding up. And for the purposes of it, my main gosh, which I have equipped, has versatile S, so I'm going to be doing slashing damage with it instead of piercing.
Good idea.
And I'm going to double slice.
Mm-hmm. Putting each attack against a different head as they try to lash down at you. Speaking of, they do lash down at you as you approach there with an attack of opportunity. Which will hit. But only one of the heads does it, so 16 points of damage to you. However, you strike at one of the heads, you slice into it as it strikes at you, so roll damage for that first strike with the main gosh. And with that, and it being infused with acid, which is very important here, as you slice through, the acid burns along with it. Cleaving one head off, because it is also weak to the slashing damage, one head is removed and cauterized immediately.
Oh, it's weak to slashing?
Yep, the heads are at very least.
Oh,
Let's do something fun. Let's go for another head.
If only the
Oh, the
Eldori
guys
had
were-
energy mutagens, maybe they would have...
I'm going... If that doesn't hit, I want to hero point it.
You do have to hero point, yeah. Natural 20.
Oh, look at that.
I like
Wow.
this.
oh boy.
I think no matter what you roll here, 26. You cleave off one head pretty viciously as well. It cauterizes immediately because of the
It
acid.
cauterizes, so it's not going to apply the bleed, is it?
This is no, this is the hit something else to the initial. I will allow you to
Uh,
actually do the crit spec on this.
The bloodthirst has a bleed effect.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So no, it won't because it's cauterized. But
Yeah, that's fair.
you do have the crit spec, and let me see. If the AC is lower than your attack force of a critical hit, you deal the damage to that creature result damage on you rolled normally. It isn't doubled. So what is half of this? I'm gonna
Oh, are
say,
you saying that the slice
with the crit spec, it would have done
Will-
13 damage.
hit another head?
It would go through another head. It's down to 3.
Oh my
yes.
goodness! I've taken out
50%
3
right
heads
there,
in
oh
one
my God.
turn.
As
That is my turn.
a storm of slicing attacks goes through it. You guys are well equipped for this one. Kiva.
I like Giraffe when he's angry. First things first, since
Probably better if you attack because I'm probably relegated to just support this time around with my bludgeoning.
if you're up for taking care of Yarmos,
Yeah,
I'll go on the
I'll-
offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll go for the I'll attack the head.
Okay.
A head.
Only 3 remain. You choose one, you slice out, go for the attack.
Things are not being nice to
Mm,
me.
Thanks, I hate it.
natural 1. I will allow you to final heal point if you want to use it here, because you're probably not happy about the Eldori.
I'm pretty pissed about the Eldori.
Alright. For your last hero point a little bit early. An 18.
Oh.
Hey,
Total of
there you have it.
33 against his AC is not a crit, but you slice cleanly, so a hit.
Yeah, my crit specialization for this weapon isn't necessarily needed for a guy like this.
And as you slice in with the glaive, however, it's a clean slice straight through, almost like butter, through one of the remaining 3 heads, and the flames cauterize it along the way. There's only 2 heads.
I will strike at one of the heads as well, or one of the other heads, and see if I can get lucky with a second strike.
That you do.
I got lucky.
Oh,
See if the damage is enough. Should be, with slashing, and yeah, it's weak enough to
I
it.
have slashing fire. It's all slashing fire.
It
with a little bit
is
of extra ignored damage.
down to 1 head already, as you guys slice and dice through them. That'll be your turn.
Well, Gaz is gonna do what he said he was. He's gonna
Thanks, buddy.
sneak up here and battle medicine, Yamos.
Okay.
ah, at least you're taking responsibility for your decisions.
I can't just let my employees die on my mistakes, can I?
What about your friends? Those
No,
two.
no.
And my axe. Anyway.
Well, final action, Gaz is going to contribute his best and try to strike at the thing. And fail horribly.
Trying to punch towards it doesn't do much.
Well, that's my turn.
So, Yarmos, you're awakened.
Alright. Well, before I do anything rash, Yarmos is going to appear over at the Hydra and attempt to recall knowledge because I feel like there's information that we're missing.
Nature or
Information
Arcana?
that- Gotcha.
One thing do you want to know about?
I mean, my biggest concern is does it have reactive strike?
Yes, it does. It has already used
Oh
it,
boy.
though, on this turn, and it hasn't had its turn
Gotcha.
yet to recharge.
Gotcha.
Don't forget you need to stand up.
Yeah. In that case, Yarmos is gonna stand up and then scamper.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, reactive strike is like a part of the category of offensive abilities in general, right? Are there anything else that we can glean?
Oh, no, you ask for that. Like, that's a specific thing. It's like
Gotcha,
asking
alright,
for one of the high-low saves.
Understood, okay. Sorry. Then.
No
Alright,
problem.
well, that's correct for his turn.
Now, back to it, with one head.
I did delay my
Oh,
action.
yes, you did. Apparently.
But there really isn't a whole lot I can do, unfortunately. Apprentice is going to use Hand of the Apprentice to launch his spear at the remaining head.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need more physical types for you to work with.
Different weapon types.
21 does not hit it. Pings off the side.
I'm going to do a hero point.
Sure.
'Cause, I mean, if you do enough damage to a head, it's still like can't function.
Goes
right?
unconscious. Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not enough.
Okay. I prepared the spell. I might as well use it. Targeting the body and the head with it,
Okay.
if that's how it works. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Massive. Why is it so fucking big?
Oh.
It's like, oh, yes, this massive level 2 spell. Anyway, that'll be a hit, though, on the first.
Okay, I'm gonna just roll the second one here. This is
Mhm.
upcast level 3, by the way, so it's gonna do more damage.
A miss on that one. But, which one was which?
The first was the head, and the second was the body.
The head is blasted off, and it is down to 0. But, actually, because it's Scorching Ray, it'll be cauterized. Yeah, you just blast the head off, and it cauterizes immediately.
Oh, really? I didn't think
So-
it would cut the head off.
Yeah, slashing
Brought
does
up chunks.
weakness damage, so it's better to slash a head, but you could still destroy a head with a ray of fire. Yeah, it's dead. It has no heads, cannot regenerate, goes directly down to 0.
Could I have just fireballed this thing and killed all the heads at once?
No, because you can only target a head. Otherwise, area
Uh-oh.
of effect hits the whole thing, the body of it.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful combat.
You know, if fighting doesn't work out for you, Giraffe, you probably have a very promising career in gardening.
And as he says that, I'm taking like one of these teeth as a trophy.
Sure.
Gonna
Take the
remember this one.
heads. We need the heads, not the teeth.
I
Take one
immediately
head.
run
I
for
want
the
the-
Eldores.
Teeth for myself.
Unfortunately, by the time you've been here, it's been about 5 hours since the start of the competition. They didn't have far to go to reach this thing. They've probably been dead for a few hours.
Yeah. But at the very least, we can bring them back.
Something
What about
else you notice as well here is that there is the corpse of an elk. And much like that bear, even though I forgot to put it on this map, but it's here, seems like there is buds of those flowers, those strange otherworldly flowers. These ones a little bit more decayed, like those ones that you already discovered at the waterfall. Another split open corpse, this time one of those megalosaurus, in fact.
Seems like someone is definitely tampering with the wildlife and having effects on the other wildlife by extension of that.
Did you guys get your AD experience points for this? No, you wouldn't
Yeah.
have.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, yeah,
So-
but that's a level up, so
That would be.
we're down to
Is that
0.
gonna put us to 0 or the 30?
It'll put you to 30. At this point, I
Oh.
want to do overflow.
Okay.
For reasons.
Oh,
Other parties
finally, I
ahead.
get my cantrips this level.
Do you want us to do the level up now, or should we
Oh.
wait?
I was going to ask for a 5-minute break here, so you guys can do the level up while we're on break here.
fine
Weapon
window.
specialization.
So, thank you guys for watching for a bit here. We'll take a 5-minute break and be back for the remainder. About an hour to go. See you guys in a bit. Or less than an hour because I want to end a little bit early. Either way, 5-minute break.
painful to DM for.
I mean, Kingmaker maps are pretty large anyway, but other places wouldn't be as great for it. Either way, welcome back, guys. We are live again. Not really unlive, but either way.
Did Stoneskin get a name change?
Yeah, I believe so. Where did it put the Stone Skin is like, it's not flesh to stone, it's something else. It's like mountain body. I think it's like mountain armor, something mountain, if I recall correctly.
Mountain Resilience.
Yeah.
It's kind of a goofy name, I'm gonna be honest.
Plus 18. Oh.
Yeah, so there are some massive maps, actually. Like some really big ones that I don't know how I'm gonna make, but well, by that time, hopefully they come out with a module. So, Yarmouth Parent, you're still north of the Hydra?
Yep. We're the spellcasters, so
Right, yeah.
it's a bit.
Fair enough.
So to figure out some spells from the level up.
Can I drain bonded item on a spell level I've never used before?
Yeah. But you'd only have one of those per day, right?
I have one per spell level.
Ah, you're universalist, right. Yeah, sure, why not? So, that being said, as you guys are gathering yourselves after that fight, unfortunately having to gather up the Aldori sisters as well, you gain some heads from the Hydra. You discover that it may have something as well to do with the elk that is split open and has those flowers just like the bear you found in the cave.
It's the flowers.
You haven't figured that out yet.
I just did. The flowers are driving them mad. What? Wait, you
Naturally.
guys already knew that?
Flowers have something to do with it, at least.
My thought.
Flowers and Fae, the two.
The Fae, intentionally or not, leaked some flowers out that are driving some of these creatures mad.
Yes. It was quite intentional, I'm very sure.
Should we burn them, or will that make things worse?
I am not sure what to make of it right now, honestly. And it may be useful to have something to look at later.
Once we're done with this place, I'm gonna come back and take samples and whatnot. See what more we can learn, because this is gonna be an issue.
So, as the day wanes,
Do we have time to go check on the other group?
I will say, as you around the bend of the river to head back in that direction, you find them carrying the corpse of it. Some of them have like wounds on them, but doesn't seem like any of them died. They are the professional monster hunters in this thing here.
They're probably seeing us carry the Aldori sisters.
Mm-hmm.
By the gods, what happened to them? It looks like
A
they
hydra.
were mauled.
By a
Oh,
hydra.
They didn't. They weren't prepared for it, I suppose.
Unfortunately,
to
they
be the
also
case.
appear to be unable to flee as well. For whatever reason. Unable or unwilling.
Perhaps one of them fell and the other one did not want to let them go.
Understandable. I might have done the same.
That creature seemed to be very adept at hitting.
Well, it had
So-
heads.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can quite attest to that.
Probably difficult to escape from, maybe. But if you're here, that means you took care of that creature, obviously.
We did, yes.
We will have to set aside some time later for mourning. For now, I'm just glad that I was able to bring their bodies back with us.
And as the day wanes as well, you see on a little rowboat, enemy Belivar, and there's guards, one of them rowing it, of course, coming down this river here as well. It seems like everybody's turning in for the day.
At least the wargs kept their word and didn't kill her.
I'm glad for that.
I'm almost disappointed.
I
No, I'm
am
not disappointed.
glad that they are fine.
You probably have the better sentiment. That's why I let you do the talking.
Hmm.
So I assume you guys are heading back to the barge?
Yep.
Looks like everything's been cleaned up,
Yep.
so
I'd say so, yes.
As you get back onto the barge and finish up with a hunt, you see Jamelvis are sort of like stroking his chin thoughtfully as you bring on the Eldori sisters on board. Damn. I was hoping that we would not have any casualties today. I had thought the sisters would be formidable enough for at least the Kruth or the Wyvern, but they went up against something that was not great for them to fight.
Even so, it's not like we had an easy time.
You
Two
do
beasts
not.
we were able... Well, the first two beasts we fought were tough. The hydra went down faster than the others.
We'll speak more of your exploits at dinner tomorrow. We must prepare for mourning and celebration as well, at least for those who still live. Let's return. And the barge heads out, back towards the lodge. And for the purpose of it, it gets there by nightfall. Imagine you guys eat up and take your rest.
Well deserved one, I imagine.
Certainly would be. And arriving downstairs in the morning here. Trickling down, whoever gets up first and last in this party. I imagine some of the more disciplined get up sooner rather than later, but you guys do see that the dining hall has been set up for a brunch of sorts. The celebration. Or at least the morning, perhaps as well.
Nobody is with us again.
Isn't this what we had for dinner last night? Ah, never mind.
That was a great time for sunbathing. The air was clear. All was well.
you should be thankful to us.
Why, pray tell?
There was a group of wargs that wanted to make you their afternoon snack.
And
I
do
thought
you
they
have
just
proof
wanted to
of
meet
this
her.
heroic nature of yours? Or was this just some reason to get on my good side?
You can go talk to the wargs if you want.
No, I can actually
If you want
attest to what
proof.
they're saying. That we did meet a group of wargs who were looking to make you the next snack.
Well, if Gaz says so, I suppose I shall believe you. Very
This
well.
had nothing to do with heroics, except it was responsibility.
You are an envoy to our land. It is our duty to at least keep you safe.
Duty and responsibility. Quaint words. Everyone in our lands knows that great deeds are done for the deeds themselves, and the glory that follows is for the good of the people. They are not done just for duty's sake, or obligation for that matter. Whatever glorifies the realm glorifies its people.
That always does help.
Those all sound like the same things to me. You don't have either much concept back at home.
Well, of course. Your lands, your peoples, they do not have intellectual divides between these finer details of chivalry and things like that. By the way, we're here for a meal, are we not? As she turns to look at Jamal. That we are. Jamal will be bringing everything out, and, well, I must be remiss to say, of course, 2 of our seats are not being filled today. The Aldori sisters were taken from us by the Hydra. But this group here dealt with it, destroyed the creature, and brought vengeance and their bodies back for us so that they can be sent home to Varnhold. And may it be said that this group, I believe, were the ones who brought back all of the heads, or at least most of the heads, in fact, the hydras, the wyverns. My group only brought back the Kruths. Enemy did not bring back any. It was better to sunbathe than to play this game. Nevertheless, we have our winners.
Ooh. That's...
And as he goes down to pick up the chest, you see Timol sort of double over and drop the glassware for a moment. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. What is... Something's wrong.
Can I want to grab this person.
Alright, you rush over to Timo, the servant that's been helping you
Gonna
guys out.
grapple.
You grab onto him. Oh, stay away. Something's terribly wrong. My chest, it... As you see their body almost malform before your eyes, their whole chest, just like those beasts that you saw, is split open. Them, Timol, expiring immediately. But you also see out from that a surge of those strange flowers from another realm, and as well, as if crawling its way out from him, is something terrible, much different from the man who stood there a moment ago. I need everyone's initiatives,
Yep.
Boy.
as this creature snarls at you all.
Yes,
Jesus
nightmares,
Christ, how horrifying.
nightmares beyond human imagination. My favorite.
Is my token on the scene?
Oh, where are you? I thought you were on
Oh,
the
look.
somebody.
A 13. That's why I'm not
There
bothering
you
with
go.
improved initiative.
There you are.
Oh yeah, I have a plus 16 to initiative now.
Anemid and her guards immediately are, like, the guards are immediately going towards Anemid, who they rush out of the room, essentially. Norbert as well.
Okay, I don't like her.
By the gods, what is this with this place? As she rushes out, moving these guys so I can roll the initiatives. Jamil Visser and the 2 monster hunters that are still here, they will also try to help you guys. Timo, no! Why, more have taken... I'll kill this thing! And with that, I'm gonna go to initiative with Jamil Visser actually going first. He goes into a rage. It seems like these guys have this tamped down rage that they tap into. Will grab for his great axe under the table and leap onto the table, self pushing things aside. I know what this thing is too. It's a basilisk. You cannot stop it from looking away. Its eyes, when they are laid upon you, will do what... It'll turn you to stone.
Oh, there are eyes on it. Wow. Those look like markings.
What he's saying is, if you avert your gaze, it doesn't do anything because it's based on its gaze on you, not your gaze on it. So, this hunter will also, likewise, do basically the same thing. Go into a rage. Jump up on
Wait, can barbarians rage with a bow?
Well, they have a great axe. They have a
Oh,
great
okay.
axe as well. So,
There's a throwing feed line for barbarians.
But as we go to the creature, as it jumps out, Giraffe, your hands are on this person. They fall away as the beast sort of rushes out from them. I need from you a fortitude save as it locks its gaze on you and these green eyes sort of glow brightly for a moment. However, it is something you can resist. you're able to push back on this effect. You feel your joints lock up, but you push through, it's going to go for a bite on you.
You dare. Oh
And it
no, it
does hit.
dares.
As it bites you, it'll deal, with these d12s, 26 damage. That's its turn though, Parent. As we start your turn, Parent, it immediately snaps its gaze towards you as you start to approach, or anything like that. I need a fortitude save as it uses reaction. Your joints.
I'm going to re-roll it.
Okay. Your body, your joints, as much as you try to resist, lock up a bit. You are slowed. For
Oh
this
no,
round
our
as well.
caster.
So you have 2 actions.
Corvus is getting his revenge. I've been slowed. Karen
You
has
know
been
what?
slowed.
You know what?
Kiva has been slowed.
You know what?
Okay.
Uh,
It succeeds, but
No
even on the
reactions.
success, no reactions.
No extra petrifying. But Parent is not doing well. He's yeah, that's his turn.
As it sort of like
Wonderful.
coughs out this strange alien laughter, we go to Yarmos.
Yarmos is gonna start off immediately with a recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Occultism?
Yes, for this it would be Arcana or Nature, actually.
Oh, okay.
You are not able to tell much more about this creature.
Understood. Well, in that case, Yarmos is going to get right to it. Skunk bomb, number 1.
Okay.
Upper right corner, of course.
Mm-hmm. And as you hit it, it will be hit.
Wonderful.
Bashes into it for that damage there. Oops, I have
6
to roll.
damage.
There we go. And then
Not
it'll
bad.
roll its fort, yeah. It succeeds, but not critically. It is sickened by the skunk bomb.
Wonderful. Yarmos is going to follow up by tossing a second one.
Alright. And then some fast bombs here.
But get as many rolls as possible so I can
I
use
mean,
my
Natural
other
20.
mind.
Roll your crit damage.
I like it.
As the second one comes out, it doesn't expect the second one. It takes 8 damage, and it'll roll its fortitude save once more. Let's see. If it rolls a failure, it does not. That'd be a critical success, but it was already sickened from the other one. Either way, lots
Yeah,
of poison
oh
to
well.
it.
That's it for his turn.
Now Giraffe.
Okay, double slice time. As I draw my weapons.
Okay.
Let's see if it's weak to any of these types
Well,
of damage.
I mean,
Okay.
it'll be weak to natural 20s.
Ugh.
I like that too.
Cleave into the creature for 41 damage there. Slicing cleanly.
And a fresh new toy to play with.
Mm-hmm. Does not get
Giant
deafened
wasp venom.
from the critical spec, but it may not
Dang.
get fortitude
It can
saved.
apply clumsy?
Mm-hmm.
That affects dexterity, right?
Yeah, clumsy affects dexterity, but it did critically succeed on save.
Fortunate.
Well, too bad I have a second weapon attack.
Mm-hmm. Second hits. Or slice into it. It's pretty formidable. Has a lot of health to it. What's a long
Yeah,
fight?
another.
And another. Let's
Yarmos
see.
is very glad he's prepared again after the hunt
Only a
is over.
success here, not a critical. Still dealing with high fort save stuff.
Well,
Never mind. He's
and
not that
I
glad,
parry.
actually.
hold my position, and that's my turn.
Now, going to these guys, they again are going to rage. They're going to pick up their great axe instead of having their bow. And they're going to get into... actually, they're not going to flank there. Or not going to get in the Giraffe's way to have an ally flank there. Yeah, so they're going to stay there. Jumping up. Raging at Timol's demise. Gaz, we go to you.
Well, he is immediately going to kick his gear into overdrive. We shall
Okay.
see how well he does that.
Success. Sparks surge across your digging arms. Mining arms.
And he makes his way to the other side of Giraffe. And with flanking now, he is going to strike out.
Mm-hmm. Sliding across or under one of the tables here and slamming into its back, yeah.
I assume gold, iron, or silver does not do anything extra to this thing.
Not for this, but it does deal 17 damage flat.
And that's my turn.
Alright. We go to Kiba.
So, I'm seeing our hosts behaving in a certain manner, and so I've determined that the most polite thing to do would be to follow their example. I get on the table, and I can fight from here with my glaive.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Hopping up there.
I'd say one in Rome, but I have no idea what that means.
One in
Rome?
Absalom.
One in Absalom. I can't
Gonna fail there.
reroll.
Trying to slice down.
Is that a miss?
Yep, very much.
Thanks. But I'll try again and do a lot better.
You will. 18. As you get your bearing on the table, a little bit unbalanced for the first strike, the second slices down for that 18.
And
Take what I can get.
Unfortunately, a success. Critical.
Good thing I'm very sure-footed, though. This
Mhm.
is
we
nothing
can
to
do
me
this
unless
all
the table
day.
flips.
Now, going to Jamel Visser. He is going to, with his rage, he was a good friend of mine. How did this happen? He's gonna hit. For 19 damage on a 3 on the dice. Goes for another. And another, yeah. Barbarians. Natural 20 on the third. Might be a very short fight here. 42 damage. As he batters into it, it is barely alive.
Wait.
big economy advantage.
This one
Oh, please, Hunter, I believe in you.
strikes with air rage, natural 1.
Oh.
A little bit off balance
Oh.
as they're getting a little bit crowded in here. This will be missing by 1 here. So one more. Miss there, unfortunately. They're not able to bring it down as it gets back to its turn. As it looks over, 2 actions directly at Parent. Parent's the only one who's already on their way. It's going to try to petrify you, Parent. I need a fortitude save. A 19. Very close to that natural 1, but that is fine. You're able to push through, not be petrified. Since that's 2 actions from it, it just angrily bites a giraffe. And it will miss even so.
Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed to do that.
Parent.
Oh my gosh. I am going to sustain the hideous laughter. And I'm going to throw my spear at it.
Mm-hmm. Hits, actually.
Okay, one second. Well, that wasn't drawn, but sure.
Right, yeah. Spear. Stabs
So
in.
we'll have an extra +4 on it, by the way. 'Cause
Gotcha.
Intelligence modifier.
Alright. With it stabbed in, though.
That's-
Still
that's
alive.
my 2 actions.
Yarmus.
Right. I'm guessing these tables are difficult terrain.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's every plane. Yarmos is going to have his familiar fairy into his hands. 1 elixir of life and 1 crossbow. And then he's going to leap over the table, head up over here, and then ready in action to aid on Giraffe's next strike.
Okay.
Well, second strike of the next set of strikes. That's it for his turn.
Giraffe. See if we can finish it.
Okay, let's start with the Montbelay. Let's see if we can get a crit.
Well, you get a hit.
Ah, that's good enough for me.
And as you slash into the creature, 13 is enough to bring it to 0. falters from the wounds. And that is that.
Is it infectious?
I don't know. But this, whatever is happening, is far worse than what we had thought. This is not exactly our purview, this magical stuff. We'll fight whatever comes out. If this is how the beasts are appearing, we'll deal with them, but these are your lands. You'll need to figure out what's going on before this spreads.
I've never heard of anything like this before.
We did see
Well,
2 other bodies, though, Parent says as he very slowly makes his way up.
We did.
does this have the flowers around it?
It
Or in
does.
Oh. We might be seeing the source of where those terrifying monsters have come from in the first place.
Draft, move aside.
Gets on the table.
Not on the...
What? Everyone was doing it. I thought it was okay.
Parent is going to go inspect the body.
Mm-hmm.
Gaz, you're good with medicine, right? Maybe you
I-
should look this over as well with me.
Of course. Let me have a look. And hopefully not catch anything in the process.
We'll give you the time you need, as, well, whatever this is doesn't seem like it's going to be simple to investigate. In fact, it might take you days on end of this investigation to figure out exactly what's going on.
Crafting time at last.
Parent is going to do a detect magic to see if the body has any traces of magic on it.
There's certainly the trace of magic. Does it tell you the school?
I don't think so. Let me double check. I think it's upcast, but let me double check. No, I'll just put it in chat. That will tell me.
Well, it's always upcast. Yeah.
Heightened is 4th.
So if you have 4th level spells, yeah, you
No, it just tells you exactly where it is.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely this fading magical aura. Like fading before your eyes as if some active effect occurred and then is now fading away.
Does anybody else in the area seem strangely magical?
No.
Okay.
But Gaz is going to perform more or less an autopsy as best as he can. See what's going on with this.
So, before you do that, for the purpose of this is an investigation, a mechanical investigation as per the rules of investigation. And due to the factors involved, bodies mutilated and different events occurring far from each other, each of your checks will take you 1 day to do, as it is slow going as you start to realize you're going to have to do a lot of investigation, a lot of time-consuming things. But of course, every day that passes may also bring greater problems to the region as a whole. So whatever this is, doesn't seem localized, at least to these lands here.
We should put the city on high alert.
I'm going to check on the others.
Do we have a way to send them a message?
Kiba, you check on the others out there.
Yeah.
Animate and the guards are sort of dusting themselves off. What is wrong with these lands? Now we get creatures bursting from people's chests. We should make our leave before...
You're not going anywhere.
Excuse me.
Excuse.
I will not be detained outside of my own country. You have no right to, as I am an ambassador of Pitax.
We are dealing with something bigger than a country. We don't know how people get infected, and for all we know, you could be infected, bringing that same awful thing you just witnessed back to your home. Or who knows, maybe one of your guards is infected, and they bring it back into your quarters. You want that?
I do not believe that I have been infected by anything. Neither have my guards. If you do not trust me,
I
and if
don't.
this is some infection, I will do my due diligence to inspect us and make sure that we do not carry with us any disease I'm a spellcaster in my own right. But I will not be held in your nation that could well collapse around me. No, I return to Pitax. If you are trying to detain me here, well, it won't end kindly for you. Not at all. Not between our nations either.
Wait, we're not detaining you. If you would just stay with us a few more days so I could try to figure out what's going on here, it would probably be in your benefit before you leave.
Keeper, were you going to say anything as well? Sorry, Keep.
Hardly seems to matter now.
Okay. Just keeping in mind, you can always, interject, try to use your own sort of, yeah. But if you choose not to, Parenth. And I will say Giraffe, roll your intimidation check then.
Joy. Blind or no?
No. Only deception needs to be blind.
Basically, as Kiba went out,
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
went out to speak with them, he was completely blindsided by the charging Null coming, like basically shoving him aside, and he's just kind of standing back, like just totally bewildered.
I'm going to leave. And you will not stop me. Let's go. She starts walking towards the door with the guards.
You're making a mistake.
Only mistake here, Giraffe, is you charging ahead and trying to make it.
What were you thinking?
Diplomacy really
He's
doesn't
trying to
seem be-
stop her.
For what? We don't even have anything to suspect her on.
And why would you want to make sure Pitax doesn't get this sort of problem on their hands?
From another
After all,
angle.
didn't we already send the troll after him?
It's one thing to not like another nation, but it's another to just let them.
It
die
seems to
like
be a
that.
bit above Pitax's pay grade. They seem to be pretty content with non-magical subversive activities than whatever terrorism this is.
I'm more concerned with whatever this infection is spreading. Apparently,
it will
she's
put
too
you-
dim-witted to see that.
If it will put your mind at ease, I'll pray to Sarenrae to shine the light upon the situation for them.
Can the
I
light be
highly doubt she
incinerating?
has anything to do with it.
Can it be a sunburn?
Well, only Sarenrae can say.
As you hear in the other room, Parenth, Jamel sort of gathering his things and settling down from the rage. You seem like good folk. I've already given you your rewards as well. I put the 80 gold pieces returning rune and a wand of heal 3rd level in your party inventory for the rewards of the hunt. We'll stay around. We'll stay at this hunting lodge and fight whatever beasts seem to roam after, well, whatever this is.
Thank you. I'm glad you have a spine
This wand will be a major boon.
like that bard.
I'm sure you'll meet her again at some point.
Did she really just sit around all day while we hunted?
Yeah, she took it as a
The
vacation.
Aldori sisters died. And she did nothing.
Giraffe, we also did nothing to help the Aldori sisters.
We were too spread out. How could anybody have known?
Well, now we have another to bury. Jamal was a good friend. He worked with us in a hunting troop as a quartermaster of sorts. It was always helpful. And now we'll bury him here.
Will you let us know if you hear or find anything else relating to this at all?
We'll let you know everything that comes across. If there are more this way or that way, if people come our way and tell us stories of more of them, we'll let you know everything.
We may return later to inspect the carcass of the crew, if that is possible.
Well, what I would recommend is investigate these hunting grounds further, and perhaps, well, this, I wish not to say it, but fresh scene before us as well. You have 2 locations of investigation so far, unfortunately. More may occur if the people of your kingdom are afflicted by this. Figure out what you can of the days that it'll take. Make haste, do what you can to stop this. Your nation shouldn't fall to this horrible affliction, whatever this is.
Yeah, so Parent will stay investigating this body.
Before we get to that, though, we will start the investigation next session, as I have to leave a little bit early for something, get together with friends, and yeah, this is a very good time to start before all hell breaks loose.
Oh boy.
Oh, goody.
As you
Here we
imagine,
go.
this could be a kingdom-wide disaster in the making.
Absolutely.
This entire city must be purged.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
That being said, those of you watching, I hope you had a very good time. I did as well. And of course, hope you guys had a good time playing as well.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. That was actually
That
a
was
very,
wonderful.
very enjoyable session. Despite it also raising my anxiety a bit here and there. Have a good night, guys.
So, yeah, Giraffe, you can go, but I'll do my little announcements here as well. Of course, we'll be doing this every week, this stream. I've been pretty good, actually, doing it on weekly basis rather than not. But, yeah, Sock Thief, thank you for joining us. And, as well, if you guys are still watching, and you like the maps, this hunting lodge, the hunting grounds, all the maps of the hunting grounds, because Pytho doesn't provide any maps for the hunting grounds, annoyingly, are on my Patreon. If you want this place here, I'm actually going to reveal it fully so that you can see it fully, because this is one of my favorite maps. I really like to make them this way. Token vision off. There we go. And yeah, even got a stable in the back. It's a nice little hunting lodge. Has the upper stories as well. So, check out my Patreon. And finally, Kiba, you stream?
That's right. My name is Chris Kobold, the player of Kiba, and I am a streamer here on Twitch. I specialize on indie and retro games and tend to run on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. You can follow me with the link that I just pasted, and I'm currently working on my first ever run of Battletoads for the Nintendo. And it's been a huge blast. Tuesday will be my 3rd day playing.
Nice.
Come join.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Have a good one, everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Bye.